Hey everyone, this is Dean with DCA Crypto. Got a Quant video for you guys today, so I'd appreciate if you subscribe to my channel, smash that like button, and let's jump into it. Alright, today we're going to dive into Quant and let you guys know what's going on with the Quant Overledger. I got a little bit of an update for you guys on this one, so let's jump into it here. So Quant, I know everybody's complaining about the price of Quant. When is Quant, going to hit $1,000, Dean? I don't know, okay? I'm still holding all of my Quant. I have patience, and I've got a lot of other coins in my portfolio. So if for some reason Quant doesn't get to my price targets, I've got plenty of other coins to fall back on, so I'm not too worried about it. I think long-term Quant will do just fine. Yes, it's under, it's at $66 right now. Could potentially be heading lower. It's starting to head down to kind of its previous low here. It got down to 40 some dollars, so we might at some point get down to the $40 to $50 range. If that happens, I'll probably add more to my portfolio, just because I think long-term Quant is going to do really well. It's just that we haven't seen ISO 222 tokens taking off in this bull run yet. And that's kind of the thing. The bull run goes in narratives. So if that becomes part of this narrative, I think Quant is going to be one of the leaders in that space. But we just don't know when that will be a narrative. Because Quant is doing everything right. They've got, some of the best technology in the space. And, their customers are basically the largest banks in the world. So you got to kind of keep that in mind. Once it does take off, and that becomes a narrative, I think it's going to go absolutely crazy and skyrocket. But overall, I think it's a fantastic project. So if you look into this article here, this is by the FinTech Times. It says UK Finance taps R3 and Quant for blockchain prototype, advanced digital payments infrastructure. And the UK's regulated liability network has chosen R3, a company specializing in enterprise distributed ledger technologies and services, as well as Quant. And you guys know about Quant's Overledger technology for its experimental stage. This initiative, spearheaded by the UK Finance and backed by EY, aims to advance regulatory solutions within the financial sector. And basically what they're saying here is the project, if we go over some of their key participants, this is where it's really critical to pay attention to. It includes Barclays, Citi, HSBC, Lloyds Banking Group, MasterCard, NatWest, Nationwide, Santander, Standard Chartered, Virgin Money, and Visa, supported by EY and Linklaters. The technological backbone for this endeavor comprises R3, Quant, DXC technology, and Cojute. So the project harnesses R3's expertise in delivering sophisticated projects tailored for regulated markets, leveraging its pivotal shared ledger functionality through Corda, alongside digital currency solution from newly introduced R3 digital markets, in tandem with Quant, which also contributes its proficiency in enabling programmability across various monetary forms, supplying the orchestration and API layer through its Overledger platform. So they have a shared goal here with this, and its initiative is to bring the industry together towards a shared goal, harnessing the benefits of tokenized finance in a manner that is regulated, orderly, and interoperable. As you guys know, Quant has some of the best technology in space for this with its Overledger. But you guys also have to remember that Quant isn't just an Overledger for these financial industries. The Overledger does a lot of things and a lot more than just banking and financial industries. The Overledger has technology where corporations who are doing what I guess they call that, like mass production or manufacturing, stuff like that, where they can take and the whole process of their manufacturing plant from A to Z, and they can put it into a digital format on Quant Overledger and make a digital twin of their product on the Overledger, and it'll analyze it and show them any weaknesses within the production of the platform, and it'll figure out all of that, and it can lay out weaknesses and strengths for them and expenses, and kind of estimate all of that before they even ever launch their project in real life. So the Overledger does a lot of things, not just working with the banks. There's a lot of stuff going on in the Overledger. So I would imagine at some point Quant's going to have some kind of artificial intelligence aspect to it. That could be if they do that over the next year, which I have no idea if they're doing or not. But if they do, which I don't see why they wouldn't. That could be a catalyst for Quant in this bull run. So that's something that I'm kind of waiting to happen at some point. But I haven't seen anything on that, to be honest. But I would think with what they're doing, artificial intelligence has to become part of the Overledger at some point. And I think that could push Quant to be successful in this bull run if that does happen. So we'll just have to wait and see. So if you look at the chart here for Quant, it looks pretty sad. We had that big bull run last cycle where it got up to like 400 some dollars. Where it spiked up around, I guess, a little over $400 last bull run, $430. It came all the way down to like $42, $40, somewhere in that range. And then we did pump up, around $230 while everything else was dying. This also was while everything else was dying last bull run. If we look at, if I close this out here, if we look at this time frame here, this was like August where, some of the other coins weren't really doing anything. They didn't start pumping until Quant started dying at the end of 2021. So while Quant's dying here, it may take off at any time. We don't know what it's going to do, but I think at some point it's going to take off. But no guarantee that, of course. Just really depends on what happens with the narratives in this bull run. But I'm still holding all of my Quant because I think at some point it's going to pay off with just the technology that they have. So I'm just being patient right now with my Quant, guys. And like I said, I have other coins in my portfolio, so I'm not just relying on Quant to pull me through. And you should never rely on one project, no matter how good it is, whether it's Quant, whether it's Solana, even though Solana's done really well. We don't know how well Solana will do from here in the bull run. But other projects like ICP and stuff like that, they're great projects, but I would never rely on one project for everything. You want to be diversified no matter what, because you just don't know which project is going to be the big runner out there for the bull run, which ones will do good, which ones will do bad and underperform. So just be careful what you're doing out there and what you have in your portfolio. I like to stay diversified and have several coins in my portfolio for that very reason. As much as you believe in a project, that doesn't mean that it's going to be a narrative and take off really well. So just kind of keep that in mind as well. But that's pretty much what I got for this video, guys. Short and sweet. Just want to give you an update on Quant, let you know that I'm still holding it, and I still think it could do well at some point. Whether it's this bull run or whether it's the next bull run, we have no idea. We'll have to wait and see what happens with this bull run and the narratives that come out of it. So far, it's been mostly artificial intelligence and gaming and DPIN, RWA, stuff like that. So, and memes, of course. But right now, ISO 222 has been taking its back seat in this bull run. I think they will have a great bull run next time, potentially, because of the 2030 narrative with that. So we'll have to see what happens with this project here. But I think it's one that I still want to have in my portfolio because I think eventually it will do well. So right now, I think it's dirt cheap for what it is and the technology that they're providing. So that's pretty much what I got for this video, guys. I appreciate it, and we'll see you on the next video.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me, tell me, tell me, tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me, tell me, tell me, tell me.